Hello, and welcome to this overview of the third floor of the Abomination Vaults. In this video, I will be providing you with a general overview of the floor, the key faction and encounters, side quests, and more. Just like previous videos in this series, this is not a complete overview of every single room on this floor. I still advise GMs to carefully read the corresponding chapter. This video also contains a ton of spoilers. If you are a player in an Abomination Vaults campaign, or plan to be one soon, stop this video right now and remind your fellow players how glad you are that they allow you to experience this fun and great hobby. TTRPGs really are the best, right? Well then, without further ado, let's delve into the third floor. This floor is mostly unlit, with rooms having ceilings between 10 and 12 feet high. Being a library, many rooms on this floor contain books, scrolls, and folios. However, the ghouls have not taken maintenance of this floor very seriously in the past 500 years, and so dirt and moisture have spread all through the floor. The air is stuffy, mold covers the walls, and the pages of books and scrolls are damaged. Some rooms also have signs on their door, indicating what kind of books are stored in them. There are also rooms like Room 21 in which the ghouls store season flesh for later consumption. Just delightful. There's a lot of ghouls on this floor, and as such, ample chances for the PCs to contract ghoul fever. Make sure to read up on the rules for diseases, counteracting them, and perhaps the ghoul archetype from Book of the Dead. You know, just in case. The Cult of the Canker is the main faction on this floor. These people were once scholars and librarians in service to Belcora. When the Rose Guard came and killed their mistress, they were too afraid to go to the surface and foray for food, and instead turned to cannibalism. It was only a matter of time before the plague of ghouldom spread among these academics, and they have come to fully embrace it. Led by Narin, the cult focuses on gathering cankerous flesh to fuel the return of Belcora, though their own hunger for flesh has certainly slowed that mission down. While they are compelled by their ghoulish appetites, the cultists are also intelligent academics who enjoy educated conversation. They enjoy visitors who show interest in their research and study, even though they will eventually try to force everyone to join their cult and become a ghoul as well. A main feature of this floor is the Gauntlet Reading Room. Situated around the pale blue beam of energy, the Cult of the Canker has placed couches and shelves there. A few ghouls can always be found here, bathing in the Gauntlet's void energy and discussing whatever novel they are currently reading. While the Gauntlet here is painful for most living creatures, undead like the ghouls can stand in it and be healed by the dark energy. If the PCs fight ghouls here, make sure to have the cultists use the Gauntlet to their advantage. The third floor also has two encounters with ghosts. First, there is the ghost of librarian Jarell Caldrian in Room 12. Jarell fled from the other scholars when they embraced their ghouldom and died tragically in this room. Her ghost is bound to it, and she spends her time repeating and pantomiming her job in life, binding and repairing books. Jarell will not attack immediately, and PCs do have a chance to talk to her. This can be a chance for a beautiful bit of roleplay, as the adventurers help Jarell move on and leave this undead existence behind. A different ghostly encounter takes place in the scriptorium of Room 36 with the ghost of Chandriu Invisar, the authoritarian head scribe of Belcora. In life, Chandriu adored Volok Azrene and even tried to convince him to flee with her after Belcora's death. Volok, however, believed that Belcora needed him more in death than in life. Chandriu was killed by her former disgruntled scribes and her remains, including a picture of Volok Azrene, are still around. She mistakes the PCs for new scribes, scolds them for their tardiness, and demands they go to work straight away. If the PCs play along, they might learn more about her and the secret door to room 37. Room 30 offers an impressive collection of books and folios about sieges on the city of Absalom. Many of these books contain a large amount of annotations. The room also holds a detailed diorama of Absalom, indicating the damages the city suffered over various sieges in the past. The information in this room can help the adventurers learn more about Belcorra's plan to lay siege to the city. To get to all of this intel, however, the party will have to deal with a wood golem who guards this room. Room 34 is the Temple of the Canker, and it is here where Nakazarin resides. Nakazarin was born with an infestation of undeath in her soul, and was one of Belcorra's many necromantic advisors. In life, she was already cruel, and that has not changed one bit since becoming a ghoul. She leads the efforts of the cult, including the creation of a 15-foot-tall flesh effigy of Belcorra here in the temple. When the PCs arrive, either through an invitation by the cultists or brute force, Nakazarin will try to convince the adventurers to join her. This does entail becoming ghouls, an option that will not sound attractive for most characters. If the adventurers refuse, she will attack. As a spellcaster, Nakazarin has access to a selection of useful spells. She can also use her Consume Flesh action to restore HP by eating parts of a dead creature, and if she is adjacent to the flesh effigy, she can use Consume Masterpiece to regain even more HP and quicken herself. This combined with the extra mobility offered by her Swift Leap action makes Nakazarin a formidable foe the party should not underestimate. Right next to room 34 is room 35, a room that might be very hard to find for a party coming through here for the first time. The secret door to the room can be found by succeeding on a DC 30 perception check, but the room is also included in the blueprints the party can find on the 4th floor. This room contains a lot of information, including the Awaken Portal ritual and the rare book known as the Whispering Reeds. I advise GMs to really read up on this room and all it contains, as the PCs will get a lot of crucial information here. The adventurers might also meet the ghoul Morlock Argriel in room 1 of this floor. This peculiar fellow has no interest in the flesh of the living, but just wants to spend his time reading and eating undead flesh. The cultists shun him for that reason, and the Morlocks of the 2nd floor have exiled him due to his ghoulish affliction. Argriel's stance towards the heroes is initially indifferent, but if they tell him Grolgust and his minions have been dealt with, he can be swayed to help the party out on this floor. How long the PCs want to travel with someone who will enthusiastically eat the flesh of defeated ghouls is a different matter. One final encounter I want to highlight is the ghoul Alar Rosk in room 19. Now, your party might fight this guy and think, that wasn't anything special, but my party had a bit of a vendetta with him. We called him the Butcher as a reference to the Diablo games, and he got close to causing a TPK during a series of unfortunate events. Don't worry, my party eventually got him, but I just want to warn any other GMs about the dangers this fellow can pose. If the party is in town in between their delves into the vaults, Morlabin from Odd Stories will ask the party to return any valuable books they find. The 3rd floor contains a few bulk worth of books, and Morlabin will gladly pay for them. The ghost of Otari Ilvashti continues to provide further clues about the path he took in the dungeon. In room 3, the green light lingering there will spell out a message for the PCs before the light moves to room 6, to the stairs in room 10, to room 11, and finally to room 33 where the light creeps underneath the door and continues its path downstairs. The Devil Corlock in room 8 is the 2nd devil the party can encounter in this AP. While this encounter can end in a fight, Corlock is also willing to talk and bargain. If the party returns with his contract, he will not arrest them. Corlock doesn't know where the contract is stored, but the party can find it in room 37. If your party played through the Menace under Otari adventure from the beginner box, the tunnel in room 2 connects to the stone scale warren beneath Otari. This is a nice way to tie both adventures together, and if you plan to run your players through the beginner box first, this also offers a way to foreshadow the Abomination Vaults. Last but not least, the teleportation chamber for this floor is in room 16. The Whispering Reeds is a powerful and dangerous artifact, and will be relevant in other encounters much later in the adventure path. The information held within is a great lore delivery system about Nimbleoth, and a PC studying it might be drawn to the forbidden knowledge. The book also contains information on the Fulcrum lenses, which are pivotal items in the third book of the adventure path, Eyes of Empty Death. The portrait of Volok Azrinae that is on the remains of Chandryu will be very helpful in a fight with the apprentice. The adventure path is a bit too subtle about the fact that Volok's vanity is his weak spot, so having Chandryu tell the party that Volok despises this new form and has gone out of his way to destroy any pictures of himself is a way to get that point across, especially when the party also spoke with Borbo on the second floor and have heard the goblin mention Volok's vanity. The flesh effigy made by the cult in room 34 might become relevant later. If the PCs do not destroy it, events during the fight with Jafaki on the 6th floor can make it come alive and hunt the party. Well, that's it for the 3rd floor of the Abomination Vaults. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, feedback, or words of encouragement, feel free to leave a comment below. Take care, stay safe, and see you soon.